What's going on, everybody? It's Stock Picks by Tim, and we have been having a very rough night with crypto, although it does look like it's starting to try to turn around. And I'm going to get into a couple cryptos here that I think are great deals. Now, things could, of course, dead cat bounce and fall further, but it does seem like things are reversing pretty nicely, and it could be a potential time to start entering into a couple positions in crypto. Now we have the crypto market down to about $2.26 trillion. It did reach 3 trillion at its high, and it dropped quite considerably. Now we're going to get into a couple cryptos that I really like and I think are great buys right now. First off, I'm going to get into one of my favorites, and that's going to be VGX. I more than doubled up my money when it came up to 5, took some profits, and it's been down. It's been down quite a bit, but I am going to build out my position further, and I think now's a great time to continue adding on, and I will show you guys why. I've got links to Voyager, BlockFi, Coinbase, Crypto.com. Check it all out. You get some free rewards, but you do get 7% staking, and you don't have to do anything. You just have your Voyager account, have your VGX in there. At least, I believe you at least need 100. So as long as you have 100, you're getting that 7%. And by holding certain amounts of VGX, you do get a bonus. So you can get up to 1.5% extra on top of the crypto rewards that they give you. And these are the different tiers, starting with holding 500 VGX, which is, I'm a little over that. So I'm at the adventure level, getting 7%, a 0.5% earnings reward boost on all cryptos. Now here's the actual rewards, and you can get up to 12% for Polkadot, which I do have a roughly 30 dot in my Voyager account, collecting 12% interest, and dot is actually going to be one that I talk about because that is looking like a great deal, and it's got a lot of catalysts coming that are actually going to lock up a lot of dot. We've got Bitcoin at a 5.75%, Cardano 4.5, Ethereum 4.6. Pretty good rewards. You will see there are many others like Terra Luna. People have been talking about that one. Of course, you've got your Shiba Inu at 2% reward, not too bad. Decentraland 1%, but you do need 1,000 mana, so that's going to be a couple $1,000s with the current price of Decentraland. And then a bunch of other ones, 1.5%, 1%. So kind of cool stuff to see, a lot of rewards. I definitely like Voyager. It's one of my favorite apps to use, and it's actually very user-friendly. Getting into VGX's actual chart, you will see we've been bouncing off this 350. That's the low that it hit, was 350. And if you look back, that was our previous resistance. You see that was somewhat of a resistance. We broke out again, but you do see this was a double top, and it filled out the pattern, and now it seems like we are on our next leg. So I do like it where it's at. I do start to accumulate VGX starting at 4, and if it drops further, I go in a little heavier. But I really do like it where it's at. And you do see that it's reversing. It's reversing very nicely. We did break out. We just broke out of this downtrend here, but we will see if it holds. I think it could potentially retest and go further, giving us that double bottom. But I do think now is a great time to be adding to VGX. I definitely believe in Voyager, the company, and I think they will do great things in the future. Definitely love VGX. And while we're on the native exchange token side of things, I want to get into CRO. This is another one that I absolutely love, and it does look like it's reversing, just like most crypto, you will notice. We did try to retest this 59-cent level, and it did break back up. We'll see if it holds, but that has been our previous resistance. So it's trying to find it as a support. We'll see what happens. If you're bullish on Crow or Crypto.com, I think now is a fantastic time to buy, although I'm no financial advisor. I could of course be wrong. This could be a dead cat bounce and could just continue further. Time will be the ultimate decider. Now next up, I want to get into Polkadot, and this one has actually been absolutely decimated. I believe it's down 20% in the last 7 days, which is ridiculous. I think it's a bit of an overreaction, and you will see here they will be continuing on with the parachain auctions up until March of 2022, and they are going to be locking up DOT. Every time you do this auction, it's essentially a crowd loan where you vote on the project that you like. You vote on the project that you like with your DOT by using your DOT as a vote, essentially, and by putting it into this crowd loan or auction, you and the community get to decide which project will launch on Polkadot's parachains, which are a multiple of chains that are going to be different cryptos that all interlock together and work together on the parachain Polkadot network. Now they are going to be continuing with the auctions, and of course I'll leave you guys a link so you can read up on all of this. I have gone more in depth on Polkadot before. Now looking at Polkadot, it did drop quite considerably compared to a lot of other cryptos, and it is still in the oversold range. And you will see here where we are trying to consolidate right at $28. there was a previous support, and it is a pretty strong support. It's bounced off 3 times from there, did break out. It broke out from there, retested, and bounced. And now we are retesting it. But I think if you don't have any Polkadot, now could be a great time to start accumulating Polkadot. I have a lot of faith in this in the future. And I think a blockchain on blockchains, or just interconnecting the cryptos together, I think that is going to be a great future potential. And I do think it's at a decent level. It is trying to consolidate. It's better than buying it while it was dropping. Seems like the drop is somewhat over. We could, of course, fall further. But it does look nice to see it consolidating. And you will see, right before this, we had a head and shoulders, which that completed the pattern there, and it fell further. So this was already happening. This was already in motion. I think that's partly why this dropped so much, because a head and shoulders was in motion. Keep an eye on this right now, because it is at a relatively critical level. We will see if it breaks this support. And if it breaks this support, things could be looking pretty bad for Polkadot. But you will see here, this right here is essentially our support, and we didn't hit it yet, but it did bounce off very close, signifying that there's a lot of buying pressure at this support, because it is a pretty clear support. From a chart level, you do see it's a pretty strong support, so everyone started swooping in with that buying pressure. I think it's great to buy now, and I have been adding to my Polkadot. Plus, I love the 12% staking rewards with Voyager, and I know that these parachain auctions are going to continue to lock up more DOT, and that's a great upward pressure for it. But let's get into the next one here. Now Ethereum, another one that I've said before, I really like adding to it when it drops under 4,000, so I did take this golden opportunity to add a little more, and we will see if it retests under 4,000. It came as low as a little under 3,900, so we will see if it retests it. But this is a relatively strong support as well. We did temporarily overcorrect, but I do think that this is a pretty good support. It did break it, but we will see if it tries to hold it right here at that 4,000 level just about. We will see if it tries to hold this level. Anything can happen, of course, but I do think Ethereum is another potential great one to get now. And of course, when we get into Ethereum 2.0, there will be burning up to about 3% per year of burning or deflationary effect on Ethereum. And that's another reason I'm very bullish on it. You have recently been hearing Cathie Wood, other people talking about Ethereum and getting more bullish on Ethereum. So that's a good thing for that. But definitely like Ethereum where it's at. And I will be continuing to buy. Now I'm going to touch on one of my favorite metaverse gaming cryptos. And this one is going to be Gala. Now this has been dropping quite a bit too, although it hasn't been as bad. It's just been more of a steady decline over the last couple of days here since the end of November. It's just been kind of on a decline. But you do see that it is doing just about the same thing all the other cryptos are doing. Okay, and when you look at the chart, this was a previous resistance, and it is trying to use it as a support, but we will see what happens. If it does break this, we could potentially see Gala down to about 38 cents or so. And I mean, that's basically all there is to it. You do see that if it breaks, it will likely test the 38 cents mark. So you could be watching for that, maybe place a couple of buy orders for 38 cents. Although it's possible it doesn't go through and it just continues a little bit upwards, maybe retest this level here, this 58 cents, 60 cents or so before moving higher. I think likely it'll find some trouble here at 50 cents since it's a psychological number. So look out for that. But yeah, definitely love Gala coin, and I love their management behind it, and they are growing. I believe they have about 180 employees. And we've got Chris Inslee, who did Zynga games, and he did Farmville, and they've got a lot of new games coming into the horizon. So definitely one to watch out for. I do like Gala games, and it is a lower cap compared to like the Decentralands, the Sandboxes of the world. So definitely another one to watch, and I have been adding to this one. But that is basically it for you guys. Just a little update on some cryptos that I have been buying. Yeah, we'll see how things go. We'll see if we retest these levels and double bottom, or if we just overcorrected and this will continue further. But thanks as always, guys, and I will see you next time.